The Olympics might be canceled this year, but at least everything else is still the worst. Welcome to Very Real Talk, everybody. For another week, your boys are back to do the second week of this very regular tournament. Returnament. I think we made that joke for Very Real Tournament as well. Yeah, but, it just works. It's just great, so I'll use it as much as I want. It's my podcast. I can do what I want.
We can recycle jokes a lot like these events are recycled.
Absolutely.
Got him, dude. Got the Olympics.
Recycling. Yeah. That's a great event.
World Series of Recycling. I'm your host, Nick Potter. I got my sports boys, my just sport connoisseur boys. They know everything about sports.
Oh, dude.
They're super good at them.
Totally, bro.
I got Mark Wahlberg here with me, and he knows a lot about the canoe slalom. Mark, take it away.
Canoe is my favorite, bro.
And there you have it. That's his take.
Thanks, Mark.
Mark, thanks for
hot take.
Thanks for the cameo, Mark. Corey, did he give you the mic back before he left?
Yeah. Is it working still?
Yeah. He didn't throw it. He didn't throw it on the ground.
He did throw it on the ground, but this is a nice mic, y'all. So
yeah. He didn't try to beat the shit out of you and call you some sort of slur.
Oh shit! I left my keys here, bro. Oh, sorry. See you, Mark. All right, cool. We're good now. We're good. He's gone.
All right, perfect. So yes, boys, we are here to do this next round of regular tournaments. These boys that I'm referring to, let's get to introducing them. First up, I'm going with my brother, Joey. Joey Potter, what's up?
Hey, it's your boy, a.k.a. Lil Soggy, a.k.a. One Element Owner.
Oh,
I forgot about that tragedy. Oh, that's so sad.
Never, ever forget, okay?
Know,
until he gets a new element. And then
pour one out!
But these... Like 2020, it's just the worst. Everything that can happen that's bad is happening. Mm-hmm. Including Joey's massive loss because his car inside is so massive.
It is.
Well, you didn't lose your car in 2020, dog.
You didn't have an element to lose.
That.
You didn't have the time spent. It's actually the longest I've ever owned a car, which was 7 years. That was like my sixth car, so it means something that it was around that long and. Can't wait to give it a Viking funeral.
Oh, we set your car on fire?
And that's why you got to be good at archery, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Joey, my question for you is thus. If you couldn't get another element, what's your second go-to car to get?
Man,
Is
easy.
there one?
There is, and...
nothing can replace the great spacious inside of a Honda Element. Let's just get that out of the way.
I love this is a Honda Element commercial for a car that doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Very easy answer would be a fucking Tesla.
Right. Would be a Nissan Cube.
That was actually what got me started on the box-shaped cars. Because I was like... Because also, me and Nick, we were Nissan boys. To the death.
For a while.
Even though I never owned one. But my mom had a Quest. Nick had a Maxima. Then my mom had a... What was that? Not a Pathfinder. Was it a Pathfinder? No.
Maybe. That's not Nissan,
though. She had a Nissan SUV, and we were like, Nissan, boys, Nissan. And I was like, ooh, that cube, that wraparound window. And
I
then
remember
I
you saying that
sucked.
a lot when I was younger.
Yeah, you were there, Corey, as our brother. So
we talked about this off air, but yeah, true.
Yeah, it had that wraparound window, and then I heard the car kind of sucked, and then I was like, but I like that shape. And then I looked at the Scion, and then I was like, oh, that Honda has that square car. Mm-hmm. And it was love at first sit.
Whoa.
I was like, I am a giant man and feel tiny in this tiny car.
Dude, what a beautiful love story.
It's like the fucking TARDIS, yo. All right. So,
I've been inside one and a half Joey's Hondas.
And,
they were great.
Never mind.
Just give me that Cybertruck, because the reason that I don't want to get a Tesla is because I don't want to drive a sedan. And I'm not rich enough to get the Model X or something, the SUV one. So just give me that Cybertruck. Hopefully it'll have enough room for me, and then I can sleep in the back because I'm homeless because I bought a Cybertruck.
Oh yeah. All actions have consequences. So
guys, I'm buying a house today. Didn't you go to buy your Cybertruck?
And ironically, I sleep in the gas station parking lot, even though I don't need to be there.
Whoa!
And you warn people, don't go up to that house.
And then you're sad because you thought there was a back, but really there's not, because it's not a real truck.
But I could pull an ATV onto it for my non-ATV.
Yeah.
What a tragedy.
Oh, you tow another truck that you sleep in.
Okay, perfect.
I tow my Honda Element. There,
Yeah.
we figured it out. Full circle, baby.
That motherfucker doesn't
the
need
Honda
it.
Element, and that's like a whole home.
Yeah, that motherfucker doesn't need a transmission if you're hauling it around.
Yeah, time is indeed a flat circle.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for answering my question. The next boy I'm introducing, it's everyone's good friend, Corey Music. What's up, Corey?
How you doing? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm great, man. Just sitting. I just realized that the room that I'm recording in is pitch black. The
Oh,
only
that's-
light being my computer screen.
That's creepy. Great.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on the light before we started recording, so
you
I'm just
can-
going to live in the darkness.
Oh, God. Sorry to hear that, man.
My question for you is this. Have you ever just embraced the darkness?
Oh, dude, you got to during these times. I mean,
Yeah.
because if you don't, the way I see it is you got to know your enemy is better than your friends, right? You know, And
Right.
the darkness right now, that's the biggest enemy of all. So
You sound
gotta
like a
embrace
real Riku from Kingdom Hearts right now, Corey, and I kind of
Thanks,
dig
man.
it.
Thanks, man. The time I was away from this podcast has really changed me. Like, got into a lot of different things, like embracing darkness, for example. And so, yeah, you gotta do it. Embrace the
mean-
darkness, but it's all mind games, man. Because one of these days you gotta walk towards the light. Am I right, guys?
You mean
Whoa,
sitting in the
okay.
dark in your apartment because you couldn't pay your electric bill?
Sometimes
that
it's part of
embracing
it,
the
and you gotta
darkness?
embrace that, dog.
Hey,
I'm here. Here I am.
yeah, you light that apartment on fire, and you can see.
Exactly. You can set shit on fire, embrace the darkness, but not for too long. Set that house on fire.
Yeah, you walk towards that light. Walk away from that light.
Yeah, whenever you're not feeling well, walk towards the light. It's my advice to you. But yeah, I'm doing.
right.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with embracing the darkness, and you have fun with that too, Nick.
Oh, I am.
Good.
I'm going to be like 20% less funny because it's so dark in my room right now.
Oh,
Audience can't handle that.
I know. The third and final boy that I'm introducing, it's the king, the pope, the best cartwheeler around. It's Colin Sage.
what's up, everybody?
See,
I
Colin,
can't do a cartwheel, so it's great.
this is why you got to introduce yourself with all the AKs, because Nick will just do it for you, and you end up with that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it. You know, if
I don't
people
even-
want to believe that I can cartwheel, let
I
'em
blacked
believe.
out. Did I say you were the best the cartwheeler or the king of cartwheelers?
I think
Said he was
King.
the
You know?
Pope at some
Well,
point.
I hope that I said king of cartwheelers because if you're the king, you don't have to do any cartwheels. You rule over the cartwheeling class.
It's
Oh,
true.
okay.
People pay me in cartwheel tax.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the Donald Trump of cartwheels.
you
That's
want
pretty
water? Well, I guess you're going to have to do 25 cartwheels right now. Go.
Yep. So I'm also king of water. There, it's official. I am Poseidon.
Yep.
You did a lot of cartwheels, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're easier underwater. That's why I became the king of water.
Water polos is cartwheeling.
Yeah, it's just basically underwater cartwheeling. Colin, here's my question for you. What sport would you pick to include in the Olympics that isn't on the old roster yet? What would you pick? What do you want to get in there? What do you want to see people do?
Dang.
The best of the best.
That's
the best,
really tough.
sir.
It has a name, but I can't think of it. I was gonna say lawnmower racing. No, the medieval fighting. It's
Jousting?
no.
LARPing.
It's a real sport. It's like full combat, whatever. You wear armor, and there's
Okay.
teams. There's even national teams.
Oh, BattleBots.
yes, it's battle bots, but with your
did-
body. So
Did
yeah.
they feature
Body
Did they
bots.
feature this? Did they feature this style of fighting in the movie A Knight's Tale?
Yeah, I mean it's like arena, like it's
Okay.
like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, but then there's like 16-on-16.
Whoa!
And
What?
That's
It's
next-gen
nuts. You go up,
technology,
look up like modern medieval fighting. It has like a name. It has like the CMA or something. You know, it's got some. It's an organization, or there's multiple organizations, but it is nuts.
It's like
Okay.
a game
Even
for
though-
honor, but like in real life.
Right. Yes, and you can choose your weapon. So normally your team is like, all right, we need an axe guy.
Yeah.
We need a guy with a big ass pole. We need some sword guys.
This is fucking sick. You have like skill positions. I love
Right,
Sounds
that.
and
pretty
then-
awesome.
Yes, and then if you get knocked off your feet, then you're out, and you're supposed to just like sit there until it's like
Sadly.
whoever's left. Right, but then the crazy part is like you're like propping each other up. Like if it's a huge team battle, like don't let this guy fall over as he's just getting his face smashed in with an axe. And there's no way these guys aren't breaking bones.
Yeah.
Which
Sounds
is,
like human chess a bit.
yeah, only it's just like chaos. It's utter chaos.
That'd be awesome.
And you're like, and
Yeah.
some if you look up some of the videos, it's just like a wide shot and it doesn't look as intense. But some of the other videos, like they're getting in there, and you just like watch a guy like grab another guy and as his arm is extended, like some other dude runs in with an axe and hits him right on the elbow, and you're just like, his arm is broken. There's no way his bones aren't shattered.
You know what this sounds
inside
like?
that armor.
So you know how like Dave and Buster's is like the adult version of Chuck E. Cheese? This sounds like the
Sure.
adult version of medieval times.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
You get to eat a fucking whole chicken
if you
while
survive.
while you watch people murder each other.
Right.
Right. And there's a little documentary of it on YouTube. And the American team wears the American flag as like a tunic over their armor.
of course they do.
It's my favorite. You gotta break some elbows if you
right.
want to make some eggs.
Well, I thought that was interesting because we don't have, like, England has like their old-timey
Right.
flag and France and everything, but then like we don't have that. So it's just like stars and stripes over their
Kid Rock.
medieval
Motherfucker.
armor.
I'd probably pick to add to the Olympics Ultimate Tag. Have you guys watched that? It's a show right now.
No, I watched the movie Tag.
Yeah, that
Can't
movie was
count.
terrible.
Well, the show Ultimate Tag, it's hosted by J.J. Watt, a football player, and his two dumb brothers who were clearly like riding the coattails of the famous one.
Nick, that's what
But
I'm
it's-
fucking waiting for you to do. Go host a fucking
Right.
show. I can be your dumb brother.
All right. Yeah, his brothers can't even talk. They're just like, well, why did you get tagged?
Me neither, dude. Have you heard me talk on this podcast? I can't say anything.
You're doing a good job of explaining how you can't say anything. I will say.
Yeah.
I'm trying
What,
so hard.
Yeah, I appreciate your effort, Joey. I don't appreciate the Watt brothers' effort,
Okay.
but it's basically American Gladiators style, where like all the people have names that are trying to tag the real life people.
Sick.
So
Now that's
this
an
is a
event I
commercial.
want. I want an event that's just called American Gladiators.
Yeah, you're right. That should be more like it. Like, let's get obstacle courses in the Olympics. Better yet, let's get all like the schoolyard games. I want dodgeball. I want fucking
Elimination.
I want
Hopscotch.
fucking-
Why not?
yeah,
Yeah.
want that one where you have the Q-tips and you have to knock each other off the pedestal.
Oh, the pipe. That's the best one. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I just want.
Quarters, where you like fling those quarters at each other's knuckles.
I thought it was called Knuckles.
what?
I thought the game was called
Is it-
Knuckles.
Is it? Oh yeah, quarters is the drinking one.
No,
I'm
that's the
cool on
third
I
that.
thought
Sonic
Bloody
game.
Knuckles was you just punch each other's knuckles. Like
Yeah.
you
That's
take
also
turns.
over. Well,
Yeah.
they would. I think the overall thing would be called knuckles, and there would be several undersports. There'd be punching each other in the knuckles and flinging quarters at each other's
Oh, okay.
knuckles.
So
And then
it's,
there's the $50 knuckles where you're swinging $50, and
Yeah,
that's like the hardcore.
That should be an
Right.
Olympic event, man. Bloody Knuckles or Knuckles.
yeah.
Uh,
Knuckles is the overarching thing, and then you have the subcategories of bloody knuckles
Yeah,
or
the different events.
whatever the other one's called. Yeah, you have the different events.
You
I
still
just
gotta
want-
drink too, motherfucker.
I just want a watermelon crushing contest. You know what I mean?
Gallagher contest.
No.
Liquor splat contest.
No, you have to use your body. Maybe some thighs.
Oh,
What do you mean I can't use this hammer?
I love. Yeah, okay. Joey, I'm more on board now. That if you cannot use a tool to help you.
Yeah, it's
you
just-
have to crush watermelons in the most interesting ways possible.
Like a
Just
karate
thighs.
way, like where oh, it's like a Mortal Kombat thing. Test your might, but with a water.
Right, but it's between your ass
You could
cheeks.
karate chop it. You can headbutt it. You can put it between those big, thick thighs.
Oh yeah.
Right
whatever
between
you
those
want.
butt cheeks,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Just squeeze them.
Just squeeze. Yeah. Just
Xena
squeeze them
on top
together.
that shit.
Yeah. Now, guys, it's fun to sit here and, imagine fun, cool new Olympic sports.
What
But we
if?
have some work to do. This podcast isn't just fun. It's also a job that we don't get paid for. So
That I kind of
let's-
pay for.
that Joey pays for us to do. Let's all thank him by moving on to the next round of the very regular tournament. All right, everybody. We got 16 more Olympic sports to whittle down to face off against last week's winner, which was Corey's favorite, table tennis.
Man, it's everything you want.
It's everything you want and more.
You know,
Maybe.
Don't forget that there's more.
Oh yeah, there's always more.
After we finished that episode, I went and watched some more table tennis, and we made the right choice.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you got dudes playing from 10 feet back from the table. Like, it's getting out of control.
Absolutely.
It's wild.
No,
It's buck wild.
we're very qualified to be making these judgments, and we're super good at it also. So
Yep.
let's continue on down that path and whittle down some more Olympic sports. Starting at the top. First one, trampoline gymnastics versus skateboarding. These are very different.
Yeah, skateboarding, also a newcomer.
Is skateboarding
Never
the
been in.
newest one?
Yeah, it is the newest one because it actually has never happened yet, and for that reason, I think it loses, and I think trampoline should win.
Well, here's Corey. I know what you did there. Here's the thing. I'm not, like, too hyped up on skateboarding. Like, yeah, Tony Hawk games, sick.
Hell yeah.
X Games, pretty cool when I was 12.
Yeah.
But the other thing is I was super pumped for trampoline gymnastics, and then I watched it, and they just twist and flip, and like I could never do anything close to that in my life if I tried from now until I die. But it's just like, at least with something like rhythmic gymnastics or something, there's more of like it's a performance, but there's only so much you can do. But it's not exactly like a test of might either, because you have to stick to the performance. So it falls in this like gray area of just like they're going to jump a bunch and hopefully they land in the middle a bunch and they flipped and twisted.
But again, like when you talk about a theme of the last one, if you want to like you can only see trampoline gymnastics in the Olympics when skateboarding's available a lot elsewhere.
It's true.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that is true. And like I think that like it looks kind of like boring to watch, but once again, precision comes back into play. You got to be tucking, rolling. You got to like they judge on where you hit on the trampoline, where you land with your body, how many, how tight your routine is. So
Yeah, my thing is that like all that comes into play, but it's like you can do 4 things. You can jump in the right spot. You can like tumble, and then you can twirl. And it just like was like after I watched like 3, I was just like, okay. And then I watched artistic swimming for an hour.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand your argument, Joey.
Yeah.
But I understand Corey's too. It hasn't even happened yet, which is an argument. It's a valid one. It is more accessible everywhere. And I don't know. I just haven't seen it in the Olympics. Like, I don't think it'll be too different from the X Games, but we don't know.
Yeah.
X Games, those are just American, right? Basically.
Yeah. It's inclusion. I'm gonna reserve judgment, but
Right.
when I think of the Olympics, I don't think of skate. I just don't. Nor do I think of cycling and BMX. But that one, I don't know. Maybe time will tell. But I'm with trampoline gymnastics on this.
I'm also going trampoline.
I'm gonna go trampoline as well.
Yeah, like
All right.
it's one of those things that it's like I'm not even too high up on skateboarding, but like I was actually disappointed watching trampoline gymnastics. I thought that was gonna be my favorite gymnastics, but it was just
Right,
like,
because slam ball is so fucking cool. You just think anything with a trampoline automatically makes it cooler.
yeah.
Because trampolines are tight. All right, well, easy one. Up and down. So, next one. We got Taekwondo versus marathon swimming.
So
All right.
yeah, I was like, I assume marathon swimming is just like really long swimming, and yeah, that's it. But I can't imagine like doing that, because I watched what it was, and it's like you're being followed by boats all around you, and you're in just a pile of people in the water for an extended period of time. So it's like
Yeah.
when you like feed the fish at like a tourist trap. So there's like 1,000 fish just like freaking the fuck out. Like imagine trying to compete with it's just splashing, and then there's like boats and helicopters above you. Pretty fucking nuts.
It is. I think this is a pretty good matchup because, again, we're talking about physical dominance. Taekwondo is more of a one-on-one matchup where, as Joey was saying, marathon swimming is you're just sort of out there with everybody. But marathon swimming, man, like you're like swimming like 20 miles or something sometimes, like. Right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely
crazy. If you're
an
about
endurance
physical
test.
endurance and like who is the best athlete, I think marathon swimming is like it's not very fun to watch. It's sort of like the knock against it, but man, like getting a gold medal in that, dude, you're one of the best swimmers of all time, bar none. The conversation's over with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I understand that argument. I'm on the fence still. I will say for Taekwondo's sake,
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
It's definitely like a interesting fighting style. It's very kick heavy.
It's fun to watch. It's one-on-one.
Mostly kicks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's almost all kicks because your
I like
points come
karate
from
more.
body kicks or head kicks.
I like karate more, which is a later conversation, but because I like that one more, Taekwondo is sort of derivative, so maybe that's not fair, but I kind of knock against it for that reason, which is why I go marathon swimming probably.
Yeah.
I would never sit and watch marathon swimming.
I know you would
Not
never
gonna
watch it, but that's why I have that athletic aspect of it. I just think it's really awesome if you're the fastest person who can swim 21 miles. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, especially under the circumstances of like I said, like being a guppy, like in like a pile of other guppies while there's boats like 10 feet away from you, like just like swimming, just like riding next to you, and then it's just like all this thing, and it's just this pile of people out in like a fucking like bay.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll also say all the pads they wear in Taekwondo, weak. Let's take those pads off and get to kicking each other.
Karate,
What?
There's no pads in marathon swimming. You gotta fucking jump. You gotta fucking push. You gotta bully people, push them down into the water, and swim over them. Like,
how many folks did you drown in this marathon swimming session?
You gotta
There's
like
no rules,
secretly
right?
cut someone's leg so there's blood in the water, so they get attacked by a shark.
Shark attack them. That's great.
I always,
Oh my God.
I always keep my shiv in my swimming cap.
It's called open water marathon swimming.
I'm going with marathon swimming.
I think I will too, even though I don't like. I watched a Taekwondo match and it just wasn't thrilling in any
It's just
sense.
not as cool as karate or the other one we did last week.
It's kind of like fencing. Like it falls in the same category where they just kind of stand there and then they're just kind of like they're like they have like the one wiggly foot in the air and they're just like waiting to kick each other in the face. But when they do kick each other in the face, sometimes it's pretty dope.
Right.
But a lot of the times it's just like they get close and then try to get a kick in somewhere.
I think the insanity of the marathon swimming put it over for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so yeah, marathon swimming moves on. Next up, pretty interesting that it turned out to we randomized these fights.
This is weird, yeah.
We have artistic gymnastics versus rhythmic gymnastics. Let's just go ahead and settle it all now, right here.
Well, here's the thing, and maybe I'm exposing too much, but I think artistic gymnastics is like the Space Jam of this whole thing. When I think of the Olympics, you think of artistic gymnastics. I really think.
for sure.
That's what you watch. That's what everyone has on. The movies about the Olympics are often about this category, and it's really fucking cool. And it's fun to watch. Like people do. What are you gonna do to get the most? I think it's the best. It might be the best one.
For people that don't know, artistic gymnastics involves just like floor exercise. Like they just do a routine, just kind of almost like a cheerleading competition. There's singles and there's teams. Then you have the pommel horse, which is just for men, I guess. Yeah. Which is the thing with the two bars on it that you basically you flip around and stuff. You have the uneven bars for women, which is the two bars next to each other that are on different heights. You have the rings. That's a classic like Olympic thing. balance beam for women, and then men and women have the vault where you run at a
And their
launch
vaults
pad.
are faced different ways.
But yeah, you run at a launch pad and do a thing, and then try to stick the landing. And I've seen someone just eradicate their ankle, and it haunts me.
Yeah.
And
then
when you want to watch that event, you watch it at the Olympics. Like you see this every 4 years. You don't see this anywhere else. It's the quintessential Olympics event, I think.
Sure.
And rhythmic gymnastics is just lame, so it's a bad matchup. I think in my opinion.
I don't know, because there is like I will say in its defense, there's a lot that goes into rhythmic gymnastics. It's usually really well choreographed group competition.
Sure.
It's not just ribbon. It's also like they got hula hoops, they got balls, they got clubs and stuff that they throw.
True. I do think ribbon whenever I think of that, which is why I think it's lame. But you're right. Maybe I'm being unsure.
No, they throw clubs, Joey.
Hey, like that.
I'm just saying.
Club throwing.
And,
I get knocked down.
Rhythmic gymnastics is like a mixture of like ballet and dance with
Sure.
An item.
balancing,
basically an item.
apparati.
You're right, Nick. I agree. I did not give it enough credit, but it's artistic gymnastics. It's not gonna win against artistic gymnastics, right, guys? You with me?
Yeah.
I think
I'm
so.
with you. It's just I don't want to be like, and no contest, moving on. Then it's just like, why even have the podcast?
Sure, that's I feel like we've done that in the past, but you're fair
We
enough.
have. No, Corey's right. We have. Sometimes we just run over shit. But I just wanted to give rhythmic gymnastics its fair shake.
Sure.
But I definitely think
because
that
I watched some shit and it was majestic.
yeah, I think that artistic gymnastics definitely takes this one. So therefore, Colin, are you on board?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
artistic gymnastics.
All right. Well then, moving on again.
Hey-o.
Next up, we have canoe slalom or shooting.
Shooting, the most classic of American sports.
It is pretty classic.
It is pretty classic, but have you guys watched any canoe slaloming? That shit's intense.
It's
It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty fucking cool.
You know that thing that's at water parks that's like designed to make fat dads like fall down?
Yeah, like the whitewater
Wakeboard,
rafting
machine. You know what I'm saying? That like sprays the wave and then you're like supposed to get on the board.
Yeah.
It's designed to embarrass fathers. Yeah, it's like that, but it's like a long tube, and then you gotta go ham in there.
You got to get through
your canoe.
like little checkpoints and stuff.
Right, but the checkpoints, you don't just go through them. You have to pass them and then swim back against the current up through
Yeah.
the two poles
Yeah,
and then
you
back
get
down.
Yeah, it's a timing thing, so you get time added to your score if you miss them or if you touch them. You can't even touch them. Mm-hmm. You just have to go straight. You have to go around them and then back through them.
Yeah.
Man, this was a cool one. I'm sad they never show.
Right.
Like when I looked into it, I was like, wow, this is actually exciting. It might get boring if you watch like 100 teams do it, but I was like, man.
Well, yeah, same with shooting, though. Like, shooting is sort of the same problem that I have with archery, where they have all this extra shit to, I understand that
Whatever,
everyone wants
dude.
to
They
make
look
their
like
guns-
cyber people. Go fuck yourself.
Dude, yeah.
They have like
Well, no.
Saiyan scouters and shit on their face. Like, hell yeah.
No, I'm not down for that. I don't want all of this helpful shit that they
You want
get.
a
I don't
cowboy out in the open range firing a goddamn rifle.
No, it's like we have to put blinders in front of one of our eyes. If you were good enough, you wouldn't just close your eye, or you don't need that shit. Like,
Yeah, use the force, Luke.
I don't like all the enhancements that like firing projectiles adds in the Olympics.
Fun fact, this guy who was a gold medalist, he got disqualified from shooting for taking performance-enhancing drugs. He used to drink beer.
Oh, really?
Shoot.
Steady those hands.
Steady those hands.
Wow,
That's funny. I don't know, man. Like,
It's really boring, man. You're just sitting there, and then you don't even see the arrow. Like, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with canoe slalom. I mean, it's a tough one, but
You can also be a fat fuck and be a good shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be an
the fat
Olympic
fuck factor
athlete.
plays heavy into this. No pun intended.
sounds like hope for your boy. You know, I could be in the Olympics and I could have a RoboCop face and shoot
Yeah.
some shit. Like like skeet shooting, they don't have all those blinders and shit on there. They just go bam, 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 bam.
Right? No.
Bang,
I like
bang,
skeet
bang,
shooting
bang,
out of
bang.
all of them the best. That looks like it requires.
Yeah, but skeet's a dumb
lot of
word,
skill.
so sorry.
Or it's a
Yeah,
sick word.
the precision shooting is really boring, and they have all those extra things that I don't think they should have. That's just me. But
Also, can you give me another example of the word slalom being used in any other context?
Well,
No,
could
because
you say slalom?
because you're not
I'll explain slalom. It's
I
funny.
can't recollect any time anyone has ever said salam besides you.
Salami.
Yeah, salami.
Slalom.
Yeah,
Slalom.
slalami.
Or slalom, whichever one. It's never happened.
Honestly, as someone,
Wait, Nick, it's been used so little, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
I'm gonna root for the fact that they have like blinders on their face and shit because honestly, you know what it probably is? If you just have your eye closed for a thing that you train all the time, it's probably gonna fuck up your eye. As someone who had a like 2-month long recovery and tried to play video games on hardcore drugs,
Okay.
that's when my eyesight went to shit and I had to get glasses because I was just squinting
Wow.
because my vision was all fucked up because I was on like Percocet and shit. Prescribed.
Okay.
And my shit was all fucked
Lawyer,
up.
that's
So
good.
it's probably
That's fine.
not the fact that they need that. It's probably like helpful like in the long run that they can just keep their eye open but use their dominant eye. Also, Nick, we wouldn't even need that because our eyes don't work together. That's what's fucking
Right,
them
I-
up. Nick, let's go
Yeah.
shoot. Let's go become Olympic shooters. Like we're primed and ready. But you're
I don't know if you saw the tandem canoe slalom, but you can have two
Slalom.
boys, and that kayak. I don't even know where their legs go because they're like chest to back, like they're
Around
so
each other.
close. Like, where are your legs?
they're hugging.
Yeah, they're
Hugging.
basically hugging in the boat.
You could
and
say
I'm
they're
like,
super hugging, and I'm not about super hugging, as we all know.
Yeah.
Also, I watched some canoe slaloming, and this is kind of a point to you guys because I'm leaning shooting right now. That shit looked like it sucks to do.
Yeah.
It looks so
Yeah, it is.
hard that it like gives me anxiety like putting myself there because with some other shit like trampoline gymnastics, like I can never do that, but that'd be sick if I could. That would
Right.
not be sick if I could canoe slalom. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you'd be a physically dominant athlete to be able to do that, which again, I think
Right.
more points than shooting.
But yeah,
Think how jacked you would look if you were sitting at a table and no one was looking at your legs.
Exactly. Whenever you sit down, you're king of the jungle.
oh, me, canoe slalomer.
I don't know. That's my
yeah.
thing. I'm going shooting. I assume everyone else is going
Canoe
salami.
slalom.
Canoe slalom.
Yes,
All right.
slalom for me too.
I'm typing
All right.
salami into my bracket.
Salam to you, good day, sir.
All right, next up, after slalom moves on, we got water polo or rowing. What do you guys think?
I already know Colin's stance.
Rowing is the worst of all sports.
Water polo is at least interesting. Water polo wins, I think.
Yeah,
For me.
I mean, it
Short
is
version.
it is handball in the water, which makes it
Which
1,000
is
times
so
harder.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
absolutely.
That is so hard.
And they make you dribble in the water?
How do you even do that?
No, I'm with you. Rowing sucks, except for that one scene in the
Social
Social
Network,
Network.
Where
Yeah,
they lose.
yeah, where they
Fucking
lose.
pussies.
Yeah,
They should have
they-
salamied.
They should have slalomed.
Slalomed.
They lost their internet idea and their little boat race. All right, water polo moves on. Next up, weightlifting versus diving.
I think
Damn.
this is a really good one. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to like physical prowess and who's the strongest, I know I keep saying this a lot, but I think weightlifting is probably the most basic. Who's the strongest? Who can lift the most? Am I right?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like kind
No,
of
you're right.
Yeah.
Also,
but diving is real fucking cool.
Diving
and
is
real
really cool.
fun to watch.
yeah, like I was
And-
always impressed by the people at like the community pool when they would actually like put all their weight onto a diving board. Because that's what it's meant to do, where they would actually bounce.
Right.
Because usually I'm like, oh, and then I jump in. But yeah, they get on that high dive and do some crazy shit. But then this is like
It's so
the next
scary.
level.
It's so scary to me as a person who kind of has a little bit of anxiety about heights.
Yeah.
To watch people do that, it's incredible to me. Like the willingness. I'm gonna bounce on this thing. You can slip and fall. Like you're falling so much. It's crazy to me, and I think it's pretty cool. While
Yeah.
weightlifting is like, visually, yeah,
But with
cool, you lifted
weightlifting,
more of the thing.
Thighs.
That's
You
not
know what I
very
mean?
fun.
Yeah, those
Oh,
thunder
okay.
thighs,
They're
baby, they're
the
back.
thickest.
Weightlifting, it's impressive, but you're kind of just versus the weight. You're not really versus each other. It's just like,
Right.
all right, can you both lift this much? All right, then you lifted that much. Like,
That's
okay, take
If
it up
this were
5
like more
kilograms.
like the strongest man competitions, I'd be in. If they're like throwing barrels over like
Children.
20-foot walls and shit, like then hell yeah, I'm in. But like regular weightlifting, and like I've said a couple times, like I am more interested in precision things in this tournament, and diving is all about precision and timing.
Yeah, it's a similar thing to trampoline gymnastics, but there's more finesse. Like I think that's the thing that's missing is with trampoline
Yeah.
gymnastics. Like you do some twirls, you do some flips, you're trying to hit the center of the thing, but it's you don't necessarily have to, and yeah, that'll dock you, but it's just like it'll be more obvious if you fucking like belly flop then you're like 2 feet off of the giant trampoline that you're on.
I want the smallest little baby splash coming up after those people enter the water.
I
Just
thought
the
you were going to
littlest.
say, I want a baby to do the diving board competition.
I want them to add like an inner tube that they have to like hit the target.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah!
a
hell yeah.
Futurama thing where they
Ooh.
got to go in the tube and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
They just gotta
Yeah,
dive
I
right
do
through
like
the middle.
looking for the baby splash. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, I've seen enough flips. Now I'm trying to see where those droplets are.
Where's
Yeah, let
that
me see
baby
them.
at?
I want to see. Just like it needs to be like if you were throwing like a baby in the pool. I don't know. But yeah, I want to see the smallest splash because they got to get that precision.
I want to see the smallest speedo.
Yeah, but weightlifting's the biggest, and that's not as finessey or cool. So I think diving
Also,
wins.
yeah, I was gonna say you can also be like I saw a weightlifting champion and he was like a big fat dude, versus like these like cut and ripped dudes that are out there. So diving for me.
Yep.
Hey, but those cut and rip dudes don't have very thick thighs.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's a big knock, I will say.
Yeah.
And if you're weightlifting, which is mainly like the clean and press, you're getting down there with those squats, and
Yeah.
that booty's getting juicy.
yeah,
Ooh,
your intestines might fall through your asshole.
That's also a thing that happens.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah, dude.
weightlifting is like the one that you could like die the fastest. You could
well,
just
yeah, dude. If you
like
have you ever
totally
seen
Well, I don't know,
ruin-
Joey. Shooting, all you got to do is just put a 180 on that rifle.
Well, that's different than trying to do the thing that you're supposed to do, and then your knee shatters or your ankle shatters
yeah.
or your intestines
True.
fall out of your butt.
Yeah, have you ever seen videos of people like doing a deadlift and then passing out and they just like fall backwards? Like that's so scary.
Yeah,
Or
I feel like
way.
vomiting as they're lifting up.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nosebleeds are common.
Or shitting themselves, literally.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
So, diving takes us one, I think.
Diving does not shit itself.
Nope. You get points taken off. All right.
There's
So
a
I've
speck of
heard.
brown in the water. That's 5 points off.
Up
Perfect
next.
splash, but no, unfortunately.
Up next, we got track athletics or cycling BMX
Freestyle.
freestyle.
As the
Cause saying-
Scalia of the
Yeah.
group, as we discussed
Because
last
cycling
time,
BMX
it's-
is racing. Freestyle is the X Games style thing.
I gotcha.
That's pretty fresh. I'm not gonna lie. Running, anybody can run.
Yeah, but to be the best at it is a big deal. Like
True.
whenever, like, think about it, the guy who kept running. He's the lightning bolt guy. I forget his name.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're saying.
everyone knows his name, and that's what his event was. And I think that people look at him as a dominant athlete. Again, though, I'm doing the whole Scalia thing. I think athletics track is the winner for that reason.
Right. I docket points for the same reason that we don't like rowing. It's just running in a straight line.
Yeah, but to I think there's a lot of excitement in such a short period of time because a lot of those things, 1,000 meters, that's not a lot,
Sure. No, I mean, you're right. That is like quintessential Olympics.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah, it's the
cycling
running
is
and the gymnastics.
right.
If it went up
freestyle
against a
swimming.
better opponent, I would say, yeah, sure, maybe it's a little bit too boring. But cycling, BMX, like it's just that's not what I think of when I think of the Olympics. I can watch that again elsewhere. Which again, this is when you watch this, so I think it should win for its Olympics essential nature.
Yeah, it's just so fucking
Sure.
boring. Because no one likes cardio.
It's just short.
No one likes cardio. The Kentucky Derby sucks. Fucking yeah, like I don't know, man. Like yeah, you got some hurdles they have to like jump, and then you have something called
That
steeplechase.
shit's hard to do.
All of it's hard to do, Corey. I can't stand up good sometimes. All right, like
And that's not an Olympic event. That'd be a boring one, Joey.
Whoa, what if
No.
that was an event? Like you have to sit down for the longest and then try to stand up.
but it has to be a toilet.
like-
He's been sitting for 8 days, and now
Yeah.
it's time to
That
stand.
sounds like a scene in Paranormal Activity. It's just
Yeah, you gotta sit for like crisscross applesauce and then just lose all
for
feeling in
8
your legs.
hours.
Yeah.
I'm good on the
yes,
crisscross
since-
applesauce. It's sitting on a toilet, and then it was the middle of the
It's
night.
weightlifting and shitting out your intestines.
It was the middle of the night, and then I fall asleep on the toilet. I wake up, and my legs are numb, and I have to sit there for another 10 minutes because I physically can't. Like, the pins and needles are too. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to break my ankles because they're so asleep. And then you just, like, start to get up, and the pins and needles in your feet. It's bad. It's bad. But I've never
And you
had
have to
that
hammer-
crisscross applesauce.
You gotta hammer through
honey.
your fists into your thighs to like wake them back up.
Yeah.
Blood moving.
Honey, the 2020 Olympics are weird. Things have really changed.
They got rid of track and field, but they have toilet sitting now. Hey.
You get points up if you have to jump in the shower.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of shit I'm looking for.
This event's just called Try
Yeah.
Not to Throw Up. And it's just people going,
Yeah.
Exciting.
I can see the I can watch the X Games anytime. I'm with Corey. I'm going with the old track.
yeah, it's just so fucking
Thanks, man.
boring. It's so
You know
boring.
what's also
Yeah,
boring?
I'll-
Toilet sitting.
You know what's great though is when someone beefs it on one of those hurdles.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Shatters their leg. Then they get turned into
Pretty
glue.
tight.
Man, I'm gonna go track too. I'm not a bit super fan of it, but yeah, I need something a little bit more than BMX to
Yeah.
knock it out.
Scratch that Olympic itch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right. Track moves on. Next up, final one for the first round: karate versus sports climbing.
I think sports
Where we at?
climbing
Which one
is
is closer to Mortal
another-
Kombat?
I think sports climbing is another newcomer.
I think
Yes.
so too. But man, fucking sports climbing is cool to watch, dude. If they,
all
you
right.
know,
It's real
Dude,
fast.
dude, I go
sometimes.
back to my childhood days going up the fucking aggro crag for a piece of that radical raw.
I thought you were going to talk
Hey,
about the...
how many episodes of this have we referenced that show?
What?
Guts?
Global Guts? Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Do you-
5.
hey, do you have it?
You know,
Guts.
that's
Have
cool,
guts?
but
I think I do, buddy.
I think about my childhood, and karate will kick your ass. You know,
Yeah.
karate.
Yeah, but if I
it's
can
karate,
sports,
you
if
know?
I can sports climb away from the karate, then I'm fine.
You're basically
Yeah, but
karateing
Just
a
because I'm
wall.
good at karate doesn't mean I'm bad at sports climbing.
Like you're dominating
Uh,
the wall like you dominate your opponent with karate. Like you're karateing a wall. Like you're figuring
Yeah,
out the
but that's more
maneuvers.
I think Joey's right. You're karateing a wall.
Yeah.
So just look at it that way, and then I think we're all good.
You got to think
Because
about
sports climbing-
your foot placement, the precision, like, you know, like you don't want the wall to overcome you, and you gotta think about it tactically.
Yeah. Have you guys
Yeah,
even
but the
watched?
wall's not
free-
going to do anything to you.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna jut out in weird spots. Okay.
It's true. Well, sports climbing is really cool, and MMA and UFC has taught us that karate is actually the very worst of martial arts.
Yeah, it actually
and
is
no
the
one
worst
uses
one.
it,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
still the most nostalgic. Like, you know,
There's a
if you're
kid who
watching
did it
Chuck
all the
Norris,
time.
he's doing karate. Maybe I don't even know
Karate
if Chuck
Kid,
Norris does
Ralph
karate.
Macchio sucked.
Yeah, he's actually really bad at it. He kind of technically cheated in that movie.
He did.
Yeah, but cheating's the American way. So
Oh, yeah, I
Well,
can't
he
argue
got
with
cheated
that.
on. He cheated. You know, they swept the leg.
Dude, have you guys even watched Free Solo Okay, climbing is fucking sick.
Yeah, it is. Have you watched the opening to Mission Impossible 2?
That was the next words out of my mouth, Joey.
Whoa. That was
You-
the first long-haired Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The
And
only,
then-
if I
It was
recall.
the
no,
only
no, they
one.
went
No,
every
no,
other.
no.
They went every other.
Was he long
Oh yeah, I
hair
guess you're
before?
right.
Yeah, he was long. He went short hair, long hair, short hair in 3 with Philip Seymour Hoffman, then
Yeah,
long
right.
again in 4.
gonna hurt you.
Yeah, it was
Man.
long in Dubai. I remember
Yeah.
that.
And
That's-
when you get halfway up the wall in sports climbing in the Olympics, your fucking sunglasses explode, and you got to get rid of them before they do.
But also, Ethan Hunt
Whoa.
probably knows a lot of karate, and that's how he beats the bad guys. So I don't know.
He's just really good at running. Okay.
Yeah, he's really good at running.
I don't
But
know.
that's not. Well, actually, it is. That's why athletics track won just now because Ethan Hunt would dominate.
Yeah, we should compare him all to what Ethan Hunt would do from now
I
on.
don't know. I mean, he's good at running, but it's like a tiny person. His little legs aren't going to get him that far.
Anyway,
I
I
didn't
think
say he
sports
would do
climbing's
well.
fucking dope.
Karate man.
Guys, he was short hair in
Karate.
Fallout, so you guys fucking lied to me.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they stopped doing it with Fallout. It kind of bummed me out because they had a thing going.
It's unfortunate, man.
I mean, still, I'm gonna go with sports climbing mostly because of the shit that you shove in my face of like physical prowess, like to fucking like scale a wall, basically.
Yeah, but physical
Absolutely.
prowess to knock the fuck out of your opponent in karate is pretty dope.
Man, karate's not that great.
Okay, good point.
Sorry, it's getting later. I'm getting more tired.
Yeah, I want to go to bed. So sports climbing rules.
That's a good reason, sure.
Yeah, I think it's defo sports climbing. So there we have it. The first round is complete. Next up, heading back to the top, we have trampoline gymnastics versus marathon swimming.
Man, I hate that marathon swimming.
Beat Taekwondo? I'm glad
Well,
it did.
yeah, Taekwondo kind of sucks, but I just don't even. I just don't like either
This
of these.
is what
I don't
happened.
either.
This is what happened last episode with wrestling, man. We kept moving wrestling on, and I had nothing to say about it because I said all I said about it in the beginning. I didn't like trampoline gymnastics. Now we have this.
All right, well, I'm voting trampoline gymnastics.
I'm voting marathon swimming.
I'm going marathon swimming too.
Oh my God, it's down to me. I shouldn't have taken a drink of my White Claw. I was last.
I mean, you knew where I was gonna stand. I did not want trampoline gymnastics to go through. It's just jumping and twirling.
twirling.
yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
marathon swimming.
Yeah.
Last time we were so against boring stuff, and I feel like marathon swimming
They're
is
both
probably
boring.
the most boring.
Dude, it's chaotic as fuck, man. They're all just like wailing on each other in the water, trying
Yeah,
to get past.
for like 5 hours. So you're like, whoa, this is nuts, and then it's just like, oh, okay.
Right,
They're
but
still
that's
just
where I'm
swimming.
switching my argument over to like the physical nature of it. Is like this endurance test is insane.
Yeah.
And with the trampoline, you have a preset routine that you've been practicing, to just absolutely nail it. That's one thing that like really sucks about the Olympics is that like some of these sports you practice for years and then you get one shot. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be a point for me for trampoline is if I thought about it like that, like how you get one fucking routine. You get one shot, and you've been practicing. That's has anyone watched the documentary Cheer on Netflix?
No.
It's
not.
fucking crazy, man. Cheerleading is just about the one competition at the end of the year. It's like if you took a class, and the fucking final was the only grade that counted. You know what I mean?
all the time in law school.
Yeah, it sucks.
It wasn't
Like,
fun.
yeah.
Man, in the Olympics, you train your whole life, and you get one shot to hit on the hammer throw champion. So,
Yeah.
like, you might miss that. You might blow your chance. Like,
You might fucking
might-
burp accidentally or something and just embarrass yourself, and then you don't get to have sex in the Olympic Village because she goes and starts talking to people.
right?
You know?
Or he,
Or he.
we all throw hammers together.
Yeah.
Maybe you tried to hit on the
We're all
entire
hammer
hammer throwing
brothers or
team.
sisters.
Yeah, you've been training all your life to get your skull crushed by some Olympic thighs, and you might miss
Yeah.
it.
You might just absolutely.
And you
beef
went
it.
and got food poisoning like an idiot.
Yeah.
You didn't bring enough condoms.
You can never bring enough.
This is your one shot to have sex. You've been practicing by yourself for years.
I
Get your stamina up.
I trained for 10 years to be an Olympic athlete so I could have a chance to have sex.
Yeah, like you just don't care about whatever sport you're doing. Like you get on the climbing wall and you just jump right off. Like I don't care. I'm wasting my time. I have more sex to have.
And women are willing to have sex with you, but you think you have to win first.
Yeah,
Right. Well, yeah, you break the world record, but then you like skip the medal ceremony. You're like, I don't have time for this. Who cares?
Gotta get back to
You
that
nailed it.
village.
On.
All right,
Yeah.
next fight.
Next fight, we have artistic gymnastics versus the good old-fashioned canoe slalom.
Salami.
Salami.
I
Man.
like salami. I like to eat it a lot, so I'm
really
going
like the
slalom.
I'm
I
going.
really like the slaloming. I was
with-
blown away today.
It's pretty cool, but I'm going with the reason why people watch the Olympics, which is artistic gymnastics.
Yeah, I'm also going with artistic gymnastics. Like salami gives me anxiety of just like how
it's greasy.
it's just like there's a lot of the choices that we have is like finesse and stuff like that, like like diving and even something like track or back in the last episode like artistic swimming and stuff. Like
Right.
artistic gymnastics is so much precision, and slalom is just literally like crawling through mud. It's just like grasping like the whole way, but yeah, like balance beam and rings and uneven bars and parallel bars for
the
men.
sa-
Why do the men have parallel bars and the women have uneven bars?
Misogyny.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously.
I
Yeah.
figured it was a commentary on society. Yeah, sounds like something
Yeah.
the Olympics would do.
Exactly.
Why? Well, men have the rings. There's no ladies' rings.
Yeah.
In the pommel horse. But this
Yeah.
is the same thing where I would think canoe slalom would beat out any one of those individual gymnastics. But they're just
Some of
like
the
a
whole-
powerhouse because it's all of them together.
Right. That's
Which
what
I
I'm
understand.
saying.
I'm not complaining that we did it that way. It's just hard. It makes it more interesting to be like,
Yeah, no, I'm with Colin on that. Like, if you want me to watch the pommel horse or fucking canoe slalom, I'm all in on slaloming.
I don't know,
That
man. I
looks
saw
like
some-
one
I'd
of
rather
the
watch that
hardest
routine, a
things.
routine though than slalom, like one of those cool routines where you're hopping around.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
even just
Man,
like
I hope
watching some of the shit they did, the women did on uneven bars, like is more entertaining to me and crazier than crawling through mud.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess I'll switch my vote over to
yeah, I'll switch it
yeah. No, you guys are right. I think that canoe slalom is better, but I think that the gymnastics are just more tried and true, baby. They're the core of the Olympics. And
I agree.
I mean, yeah, all of my arguments come back to me where it's like precision on a lot of these is very key. So
Yeah,
there
there's
you
like
have it.
there is a level of finesse with salami, but it's not. It doesn't look like it. But
I hope someone just started listening to this episode like they walked into the room for that sentence.
Canoe slalom, babe.
No, there's a lot of finesse in salami, the way it's made,
Yeah.
Okay.
Way it could get all
The way it gets
greasy,
crushed in between thighs. Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
which is how you make it.
Right. Hey man,
Really?
that's the artisanal method. All
Our
right.
salami is not ground, it is crushed.
All right.
From my
so,
thick thighs to yours.
art-
Moving on.
our fat thighs make your fat thighs fat.
BRT salami.
Yep.
TM.
TM. All right. Artistic gymnastics moves on. Up next, we got water polo and diving. We're in the water in this one, gang. We're in the
This
deep
is-
end.
yeah, too much water, 7 out of 10.
Would not water again.
I go diving, precision, back to Nick's point. Olympics, that's where you watch it. And water polo, it's really cool, but it's just a little bit too boring. And diving's all like, oh man, I can't wait to see the next one. I think it has a better watch factor.
yeah, I agree with Corey because like it's like all right, you're gonna sit down and watch one water polo match where it's flailing and flailing. And then you have diving where you have like, oh shit, what's this person gonna do? What's this person gonna do? What's this person gonna do? Like, just kind of upping the ante, because isn't there like some sort of like you have to? There's like a rating system or something.
Yeah.
Like you have to do at least a 3.6 dive, and then you have to do like this, and it like all kind of comes together.
Yeah.
I remember that from a London Olympics 2012 video game Let's Play.
Wow, you
Cool.
suck.
Real neat, dog.
Yeah, very good
Wow,
for you,
dude.
buddy.
It was a fun Let's Play. I'll link it to you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. All
Sure.
right.
I can't wait to check it out.
I'll look at. I'll see the link. So, yeah, they're so different, because water polo is another one of those things where it's like a stamina based, endurance based event versus something precision like diving. Because like water polo is another thing where like you can't touch the bottom, you can't swim to the side. You're in there with a bunch of beefcakes, like fucking throwing balls all over the place, just flailing.
Bunch of wet
Beefcakes
beef.
throwing balls.
Soggy beef.
Moist
just the most
meat.
Soggy salami, dog.
the most drenched. I don't know. We can keep going, I guess.
Raunched.
I think we painted a sufficient picture.
The most drenched ground beef.
Also, have you guys
ever
seen the memes of like divers photoshopped out on top of a toilet? It's real good.
No,
because they make
Li-
some
li-
faces.
Yeah, link that to me, dog.
All right,
I'll click on that link. Okay. I'm in on diving.
Diving.
All right,
I'm diving in,
Shout out. I mean, water polo, those are the people you want to have sex with in the Olympic Village later that night.
yeah.
But,
I
watching
guess.
it, just not very. I mean, they're the beefiest of the beefcakes, dude.
Yeah.
You have to tread water
They're
for
both
like an
super
hour and a
strong
half.
and super cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
You know?
dudes are fucking cut.
Because they're cut, but they're not skinny cut like the divers. They're
Right.
also jacked.
Right.
But
That's-
they're
I know.
not. They're not jacked like the
They're not
weightlifters
gross.
that are kind of fatty. They're
Right, like
they're the most physical specimens. I mean, I don't know.
I love
Can I
it.
get
and they're
an
all
aff-
tall.
can I get like an official like rating system on people? Like there's like
Beefcake system?
there's cut, there's jacked, there's beefy.
Nick, we
there's
don't
buff,
have enough
you know?
time to get into that, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
You're right.
That's a whole other podcast. That's
Oh,
all
that's another very regular tournament. Are you into is it's jacked versus
Jack, beefy versus salami. Anyway,
Yeah, no, okay. Diving moves on. Up
Yay.
next, here we go. Track athletics versus sports climbing.
This one's hard.
you know where I stand.
Yeah, because Corey's going to be like, running so cool. But like,
Running's like, back in the day, that's like the most original Olympic event. Yeah, totally.
have you guys seen
Well-
steeplechase?
And you guys just said sports climbing, it's fine, but
Have you guys seen steeplechase? Because they run around and then eventually they have to jump over something. Like it's like hurdles and sprint. But like I don't know what I was watching, honestly. Like after all this stuff, I was just like steeplechase, like they're running, and then they like jumped over a hurdle and then they were in a puddle, and I'm like, did it rain, or is that part of the course where they have to run through like 20 feet of water after they jumped over a thing and then keep running? Very, very confused.
It meant it's something significant that happened in the past, Joey, I'm sure.
Well,
Yeah.
sports climbing, you just have to make it to the top.
Yeah, you gotta get a fucking piece of that aggro crag, dog. The
I-
you
rattle
are
since-
rock.
imagining
Yeah,
all of that
since
part,
it's
though.
new, I watched a little mini promotional video the Olympics put out for it. Like, get ready, and I was like, you know what? This is pretty cool.
Don't get me wrong.
The courses were pretty insane. It wasn't just like, oh, here's a rock wall, climb it. It's like, oh, this shit's real weird.
Exactly. You're not going to fucking Dave and Buster's to climb this wall. This is intense.
I will say if it was more like Global Guts, I think it would be better, but it's not, so I go with
Right.
athletics.
I mean,
Well, they
I
do it
just
really fast. It's not like whatever that freestyle movie is, where it's like I'm just trying to survive and slowly
Right.
work my these people are flying up walls, Assassin's Creed style, and that's pretty cool.
It is. It's like it does. It's like one of those things that seems like inhuman.
Yeah, and that's an all over the body. Like your whole body has to be fucking cut, ripped, jacked, all of it to get up those walls.
Wow.
You can have little baby skinny arms if you're a runner. You just need those legs to be ready to roll.
You do need those thighs.
Yeah, you need. To
Well, if you're a climber, you're
thighs.
also probably pretty light, so you're just cut.
right.
You're not necessarily meaty.
No,
beefy.
that's true. You're definitely not a beefy burrito. You're not a meat pie, whatever.
You're not a beefy polo.
You could be shredded though.
Yeah. Yeah, you
can
can
have
definitely
5-layer
be.
burrito.
I think that shredded is probably correct for sports climbing.
Yeah.
Or what about chiseled?
Chiseled, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely not jacked.
Yeah, definitely not jacked. I think we can all agree.
We'll write out diesel. You are not diesel.
You were not
either.
diesel. Yeah. Nope. That's for the weightlifting. Yeah, I'm going sports climbing, gang. It's so cool. It's so fun to watch. It is a complex sport.
It seems inhuman because maybe if in the sprints and stuff, if there was like a fucking like Ferrari that like took off next to them to show the scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just like you're seeing like wire work with no wires basically with sports climbing.
All right, Colin, what do you think? You going sports climbing?
Sports climbing.
Joey, what do you think?
Sports climbing.
All right,
The
sorry,
Ferrari
Corey.
would not be impressive because it's like I think it's like 27 miles an hour is the fastest that humans ever run.
Fine,
so.
but if there was something, maybe they like let some dogs loose or something. I don't know, man. Like,
Oh
Oh,
God, no!
Release
I don't
the
want to
hounds.
see that.
I need the stakes, like, because it's just like, oh, they're so fast. But the problem is, everyone else next to them is fast too. So it's just like some dudes running, or jumping, or running through a puddle.
well, yeah, you get in that puddle, dude. It gets wild.
Your socks are wet. That sucks.
Yeah,
Sports climbing. Boom.
You
That
got
tracks
some
out. No pun intended.
Soggy toes.
Yeah. All right, we are through the next round. Let's move back up and onward. Up next, we have marathon swimming versus artistic gymnastics, and I think our heads are all sort of, in the same space on this one.
Yeah.
Artistic gymnastics.
Artistic.
Yes,
Yes.
marathon swimming.
Artistic gymnastics out of here. I want to see the guppies for 5 hours. Again, it's like NASCAR. It's like really impressive if you're doing it, but if you're just sitting there like waiting for hours to like for that last 5 minutes.
It's called a highlight reel, Colin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to see the red zone moments. All right, yeah. It's artistic gymnastics. It's got to be classic.
It must be, right?
We'll see. It is for now. It is for now. I'll give you that much.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Next matchup. Diving or sports climbing?
Now,
See, this is interesting, guys, because one you're going down and one you're going up.
Exactly.
That is true, but I want to take a
Dang,
moment
in your boat.
to point your guys' eyes towards the Discord. I sent you the links or the pictures of the divers on toilets.
Yeah. The third one you sent is probably the best one.
I agree.
Yeah, literally.
I definitely agree.
If you haven't seen this, just literally, I literally typed in divers on toilets, and I got what I wanted.
It's so I think that segues pretty nicely into what I think, which is diving.
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, interesting you say that because sports climbing, I want to ascend in life. I don't want to descend.
Yeah, but I want to be on
Oh.
top, so I have the choice to then jump down. With
Exactly.
sports climbing, but dude, you're climbing, but diving, you're already on top. Am I right?
Well, no, you get the fucking ladder of success, man. You just climb right up and easy. That's not even part of it. They should have to race up the ladder, run, and then jump off and
Sports
dive.
climbing and diving should be the same.
Oh, it's like a relay.
Yeah,
you have
absolutely.
the inhuman monkey person that can just fly up a sheer surface.
They're just doing backflips up the wall.
And then you tag the diver that's ready to fucking kerplunk, you know?
Yeah, pass him the baton. You gotta dive off.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are they going to put that baton? They got to make the smallest little baby splash. What are they going to do?
Maybe stick it in their asshole. I don't know.
Oh.
What do you want me to say to that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway. I got what I wanted to. I wanted you to say that.
Anyway, I go diving, but I really don't care, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know, because diving is so, like, Olympics, precision, all that kind of stuff. Technique.
It's cool to watch.
And
It's what you see in the bars. You know, another thing that's when you see, if you're going to see diving at any point in time, it's at the Olympics.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I don't really see rock climbing.
is
If I
true.
go to Dave and Buster's, no one's diving anywhere. Maybe diving for some, like, they dropped their cup of coins
They're
or something.
diving into
some,
some
like-
bottomless fries or some.
They're diving into some bottomless
Oh.
fries.
They're diving into their wallet to win a
Yeah.
stuffed animal.
Damn.
Yep.
Diving is an all-purpose, you know.
So, you know, I think I'm probably gonna go diving as well. I like sports climbing a lot, but maybe this is just where it ends for me.
What?
Maybe, like, because I feel because we were just like they're inhuman, like, like it's just like something skittering up a wall.
No,
But
no, you're right. Maybe maybe I'm back on sports climbing.
Man, your conviction is impressive.
Dude, I'm just looking at all the facts, okay? I thought about the Dave and Buster scenario, and I was like, well, I can see a sports climbing. I can see people climbing the dumb wall with, like, some shitty teenager, like, being their counterweight. You know, and diving is quintessential. You see it all the time. It's very, very cool.
Nick, let me send you a picture of this tower
Okay.
that they are going to have to climb.
Okay, I'm
'cause
waiting
that
for it.
looks like something right out of
God,
Nickelodeon.
that looks so fucking
Holy
cool.
shit. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you got to climb, like, backwards, or, like, at a...
Oh, like Tom Cruise.
At an angle.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't just a wall. It's like it's a
It's
tower
got a
of
fucking
power.
smiley face on it, though, man. Come on. What are
It
we
does
doing?
have a smiley face on it. Yeah, it's really honestly this one's probably the toughest because I like both of them. Because again, sports climbing it's fucking inhuman the way that people can skitter up, like defy gravity, and it's annoying the amount of upper body strength they have because I have 0.
Yeah.
Joey, think about the thighs. All right? You know, who's going to have the better thighs?
And also
Is it the
think
divers?
about, like, I can dive.
Or
I
is it the
cannot climb up
climbers?
that. I can't dive as good as those people, but I can jump off a diving board and, you know, do a little baby splash into the pool if I pencil it hard enough. But I can't climb that wall. I can't free solo that wall. I'm back on sports climbing. Who's with me?
Colin.
I'm down.
So it comes down to me. Oh, how is that?
So I was trying to lead you in the rally so you could just do it real
I
quick and pull
know,
the Band-Aid off.
I know, but I'm also looking at this girl holding on to a upside down dome, and it's
Yeah.
like where your
That's,
grip at?
Pretty wild.
Where that grip at?
Look at this craziness.
They
It's
got mad.
crazy.
Yeah, they got mad finger strength.
Oh, the finger.
That's what I'm saying.
strength.
I think it's more interesting if you look at it just like, oh, it's just a wall with the classic climbing grips. I mean, that might be one of the events, but it looks like the other events, it's just like weird shit they just stapled to this tower. And it's just like, all right, figure it out. Here's just a giant rock
Yeah.
sticking out of it. Here's weird triangles. Here's
Corey, I'm sorry.
I really don't care. It's fine.
All right. Thought I'd build some drama
All right.
and tension. It's just, yeah,
Yeah.
it comes down to, like, it's almost like puzzle solving. You do have some precision of, like, foot placement and stuff like that. Physical prowess of upper body strength and the thighs. Just,
Thick thighs,
just
man.
yawn. Thanks.
I did. I'm really excited about what's happening right now.
Yeah, right in the middle of the podcast that people are listening to at like 8:00 in the morning. All right.
Yeah,
Sports-
dude, it's good.
Sports climbing moves on.
all right. Well, apparently there's rollerblading in the Olympics, and we really fucked up.
All right, rollerblading wins.
Not this year. We went off the
Oh,
website.
Okay.
Definitely not this year.
I in a moving truck, bouncing my ass around. I get car sick when I stare at a phone too long. I had to whittle down like 50 fucking sports. Don't give me any shit.
Yeah, don't give him any shit. All right.
I had a headache
We're,
by the end. Okay, I suffered
All right,
for
we're in-
this.
I know, Joey. You worked so hard. I'm very proud of you.
After Nick
Everyone
said-
stop
Be a
being
little bit
mean.
of-
After
to
Nick
it,
said he would do this for like a month, it was your boy. But at the
Trying
end
to
of it,
figure out this puzzle was impossible. All right, we're in the semifinals here. Let's keep it on track, boys. We're starting to fall apart. I'm not going to let it happen. Sports climbing or artistic gymnastics?
Well, you know where your boy lands.
I think the steam has kind of run its course on sports climbing.
AG for the win.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
me too, because a lot of the thing, like physical prowess, the rings, you got like the precision and stuff of like the vaulting and the technique of vaulting and balance beam and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I got that
And
hiccups.
the thighs. The thighs are just better. in
Gotta have the
gymnastics.
thighs, dude. And keep the thighs in mind when this is all over.
Corey,
That's what I
the
thought
thighs never leave my mind.
Okay, keep it in mind.
After
Corey, I can't believe
today
you're thinking ahead like
of
this.
like
Thanks, buddy.
5 hours of watching Olympic content, the thighs are here to stay.
Oh no, Joey's got a new fetish.
I'm
Damn
real
it.
sad the male gymnastics have to wear those fucking pants.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Why don't they have, why aren't
That's
their
why I
thighs
was-
out?
Yeah, why aren't those
Yeah.
juice?
That's why I was psyched about diving, because it's the smallest Speedo.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
smallest
that's a good
splash,
point.
the smallest Speedo. I mean, they still got
they have-
thighs,
if they-
but they
if they-
ain't the thickness, you know?
Right. If they have big
Yeah.
old chunkum thighs, they're gonna
Exposure
make big
versus-
splashes.
There's an exposure versus thickness thing to consider there.
Yeah.
Plus the gymnastics, they're jacked, but they're also flexible.
That's what you want.
So they can pommel your horse.
Yeah, they can
you
wrap
the rings.
themselves
You're equestrian.
around me.
Yeah. Joey's gonna get arrested for sneaking into the Olympic Village, trying to slam some thighs together.
God. Anyway, artistic gymnastics.
No, me? No, I'm just the watermelon carrier. I bring the watermelons around.
That's
To the
the new
winner.
sport.
To the gold medal.
It's a shame that all these watermelons are bad. How should we dispose of these? Probably in the smallest pieces possible.
All right, here we are. Bum, bada bum 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 bum, bada bum 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 bum.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
The final round of the first very regular tournament. From last week, the returning champion, table tennis, going up against artistic gymnastics, the thighs.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. Table tennis, no thigh game. Artistic gymnastics, all the thigh game. Based on your own rules, it's an easy one.
But also, part of my rules was hype. And table tennis is
Yeah,
all
That's a lot
hype.
of hype.
And like I said,
okay,
and
well,
all
what,
hype.
what do you go with, man? Hype or thickness?
I don't know.
Well,
What do you
think?
think is more essential? Who are you as who do you want to be as a person?
But see, like, I can get into hype.
How do you want your kids to remember you, Joey?
I don't always have access to thighs. My thighs, pretty medium, right? I can't like look at my thighs and be like, yes.
Don't you
you
mean
have access to height.
Meaty-Yum?
Meaty.
Yes.
Yeah.
My thighs are
Meaty-Yum.
Meaty-Yum.
Put that on your Tinder profile.
Put that on my license plate.
Meaty comma yum.
Tattoo that across my forehead. I feel like this one right now is very personal to me, more so than anyone else. Hold on.
I don't know.
Let-
Pretty personal to me.
Let me type it in so I can get the real weight of the situation, so I can see both
Okay.
of them next to each
Okay.
other. I'm pretty sure I spelled both words wrong, but we're moving on.
Tight.
Artistic
Yeah.
gymnastics. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Where are you guys at? I'm hogging the thighs.
If you guys just take a quick look in the Discord, you will see the table tennis thighs that I'm bringing to the game, and just
Damn,
know
dude.
that they are.
Ooh.
Here, this one's even better. Look at those
Oh,
fucking defined
wow.
ass thigh muscles.
Those are meaty.
Yeah, you're finding some
yum.
exceptions to the rules. Good for you.
Those are
Like,
meaty
come on.
yum.
Those are meaty yum.
But come on, dude. Like that thigh game is exceptional. But like those kind of thighs in artistic gymnastics, yeah, maybe you might even get to the Olympics.
Man, and it's just another thing of like, if we're going, like, the artistic gymnastics are just skill based. You're going through your routine versus other people's routine. I'll flip this back on you. This is
You're not
one-on-one.
fighting anybody.
Yeah, this is one-on-one action.
Yeah, it's still though not quintessential Olympics to me, and I don't know. I still go with I'm going with the AG.
Or if you're doing doubles on table tennis, then you're rubbing butts, which is very close to the thighs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There might be some.
There might even be a move where you have to interlock thighs for some reason. I don't know. Like a super slam.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, I'm probably wrong about that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that table tennis has it all. Intrigue, mystery. You don't know who's going to win. You know, you can see everyone's fucking score, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, that guy got, 2 points less, whatever. This game is ongoing. There can be comebacks.
Yeah, it is more of a game. There's
called drama.
The Olympic Games.
Yeah. Okay, that's from that's from that fucking ping pong movie, Joey.
I did post a screenshot from Balls of Fury. What are you gonna do
that
about it?
That is a point against table tennis, I will say.
There you go. See?
But Christopher Walken was culturally appropriating.
Yeah, he was. God.
All bad things,
Well,
man.
here's a negative against gymnastics. Here's a picture of the men's outfits, and they have to wear these stupid pajama pants.
Yeah.
You can't see any thigh.
Pajama pants.
I think you see a good amount of what's going on
Well,
there.
I think you can see it here because it's the force of his movement is pushing the pants against his thigh.
Which is what you need, and that's why
But
you gotta be a great
I'm
athlete.
saying a lot of the other pictures, it's just like
But he does
nothing.
have dumb
He's got on footy
footies.
pajamas
Yeah,
right
he has
now, okay? I
footies
can't
on.
see
Stupid.
I can't see the soles of those feet.
Oh no, Nick, no!
Yeah,
right,
the
well-
pants have to be attached to your feet, your socks, so that they don't slide up.
Yeah.
Why? Why? I mean, I guess you don't want your balls falling out, but
Or do you?
it's antiquated, and we want to see some nut shots.
I
Yeah.
wanna see, I do, yeah.
Table tennis is a sport of the future, okay? It's the past, it's
guess,
the future,
man.
it's the present.
Oh, yeah,
You
sure.
can
table
also
tennis
play
it
table
is.
tennis
There
by
you go.
yourself by just folding the table up.
Oh, yeah.
If you're sad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it has that part to it, because like if you're going up against the pommel horse, it's just you and the pommel horse. You can also just fight the fucking ping pong table if you want.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely, so that makes sense.
Also, guys,
Yeah.
Balls of Fury has Terry Crews in it, and he's the best.
I don't know about that.
And
but-
also has Dietrich Bader in it.
Yeah. All right, I think
And he's
that
the best.
I think that the three of us are definitely dogpiling Corey again.
That's the theme, dude. That's what when people listen to these, I want people to know that's how it's going to end every time.
I know. I try to make these so different, but Corey, you want to be difficult and not come on fun journeys
Actually,
with us.
if my thing won, I would have been like, you shouldn't air this one because it's not going along.
Yeah, it's not on
we've
theme.
established.
We
Right.
did have that
Everyone.
episode of Very Regular Tournament where Corey didn't get pissed off where he wasn't on it.
Oh, you're right. It was the board game episode.
I'm fine with that exception if I'm not on it. Of course, it can't happen. That's okay. It's like an episode of Home Improvement where you don't see the guy behind the fence,
Yeah.
but when you do, you never see his face. And I don't
Right.
want people to see my face, so to speak.
Well, I think that the eyes have it. The eyes being me, being Joey, being Colin. Table tennis has taken the day as the best and
Question
only
mark?
Olympic sport.
There's
People
no more
come,
debate. It's
yeah.
all over.
People come to this podcast. They don't want us to say, "Oh yeah, the thing that's regular about the fucking Olympics, yeah, that's what wins." Okay,
Except
no, very
Lunchable.
regular tournament is about the exceptional things coming out of the regularness.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. I'm so glad because I was stringing that sentence together as I was going.
I can tell. It's fine.
So yeah, the first very regular tournament for this season, this round, is complete. Table tennis takes the day, guys.
Table tennis thighs.
You gotta. Hey, I strive for table tennis thighs. Okay, I'm gonna be in the gym.
It's
just-
hard during this pandemic, but you got to. You got to
Yeah.
play it safe, and you got to get those thighs.
Guys,
Yeah, I can get a table, or I can get a ping pong table. Oh, I don't know what you call the table in the table tennis table. I can order one of those on Amazon, make an essential worker bring it to me, fold it up,
Nick, you still
and
got
just play by
you
myself.
still got that moldy one in your garage, the beer pong table.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can start teaching my daughter to do table tennis.
Ooh.
Pretty
Yeah, we
cool.
did forget about that. It's beer pong as well, so that's
Yeah.
a combined.
We've already won. We don't need to shove it in his face anymore.
No,
Uh,
you know what? I just have something to say.
I won't
guys.
say that we have won. I will say that the truth has won.
There
Sure.
we go.
You know,
And the
There you
truth was table tennis is the best.
no, I don't even know if it's that. Hey guys, it's Joey here, and you know what? We had a great battle over these 2 weeks to decide, which Olympic game was the best. But if it was table tennis, if it was artistic gymnastics, I think the real winner are those thighs.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I was gonna tune in for the competitive nature of the the whole event, but now I'm tuning in next year for those thighs.
Oh.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
making
dude.
graphs. I'm gonna be making Tumblr pages, lists. I'm gonna be all over the place, just
A
ranking
whole
the
thigh
best
database.
thighs.
Like,
A whole thigh database. Yep.
Ooh, like wiki
The
thighs.
Meaty-Yum Thigh Database.com.
It's like wiki thighs.
Check it out next
like
year.
wiki feet.
TMT.
You can get your star rating
yeah,
on wiki feet. You get your star rating on wiki thighs.
Wiki thighs, dude.
Someone go ahead and get that. Just go ahead and scoop up that domain.
Let me see
Okay.
if it's free.
All right.
Wiki thick.
Ooh, wiki thick.
I like WikiThick too.
Oh my god.
That can hyperlink, or that can just forward to Wiki Thighs. They could be the same thing.
Guys, good news.
thighs.
So wiki legs taken. Wiki thighs
Okay.
open.
Yeah.
Oh.
The more specific you get, the more likely a chance it'll be open.
Yeah, let me type in wiki thick and see what happens.
Okay.
Make sure
Yeah.
you spell thick right.
Yeah, let's-
Thic.
Okay.
This podcast is almost an hour and a half long. Let's keep it going.
Wiki thick not taken, but there is an entry on Wiktionary of thick.
Oh. Well, no, we're still good. Wiki Thick and
Wiki thighs.
Wiki Thighs available.
you go,
So
man.
look out for that in 2021. But for now, we got to end this podcast. It's going on foreversville, baby. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Very Real Talk. We hope that you're enjoying the very regular tournaments that we're doing for you guys. We think they're fun. Most of us, 3/4 of us, maybe.
I say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the holdout. We'll get him to like it. Next one, maybe Corey will finally take the day. Probably not.
Maybe.
We'll see. So, if you want to hear Corey just get dunked on some more, go ahead and go over to our website. That's vrtcast.com. All the episodes of this podcast are there. Also, on that website is the other podcast we do that's called Very Real Tournament. Go back, check out our backlog. Yeah, we'd very much appreciate it. You can also find this podcast on all the podcast apps: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, Overcast, Castbox. Go to all of those places, like, subscribe, rate, review. It really helps us out a lot.
And soon they'll be on
I
wiki
also-
thighs.
Soon? Yeah, we're moving from Podbean exclusively to wikithighs.gov. So yeah, we're just looking to streamline. You
Yeah.
know, forget all these podcast apps. We want to be in one place. Wiki Thighs is going to be a household name when we're done with it. And I mean, you get fun content, and you get to check out those Meaty-Yum Thighs. I also want to thank the Thumps. I'm sure they all have very meaty thighs. They do
I would
all.
say so.
Yeah, I'm absolutely 100% sure they all have the meatiest big boy thighs and big girl thighs.
I'm gonna get Drew to send us a picture of his thighs.
Yeah, try and get Drew to send us a picture of his thighs. He's having a colonoscopy tonight, so he's probably not down.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sorry, Drew.
Oh, calling him out.
Yep. Hey, man, we all got to do it. I'm in my 30s. It's getting close to time for me to go get my colonoscopy.
I already fucking had one. All right.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know how mine goes when I have it.
This is the best conversation.
That's pretty tight. I do want to, they do all the music for this podcast. We love them a lot. Please go check out their music. All their albums are on their Bandcamp. That's thethumps.bandcamp.com. Also, go over to their Facebook page, The Thumps, and give them a like for us. And, tell us, or tell them that we sent you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Anything else, or can we go start, filling that database?
Yeah, let's get those thighs online,
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
upload them.
All right. Until next week, I'm Meaty-Yum Thighs Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
I'm jacked, ripped, cut up thighs. Colin.
I'm shredded thighs, gory music.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been Thigh City, baby.